Hmm. What was this? Use Microsoft Copilot. Find the right information, complete tasks. Shut the fuck up. Ooh, AI is everywhere. AI is everywhere. And speaking of AI, we got another one today. Today I present to you signs of life. As I spoke about yesterday, the earnings on NVDA will have a huge impact on the market. If it does good, the market will probably do good, as NVIDIA has been carrying the market for months now. For months, look at this. Since October of 2022, oh no, I'm lying. What is this? No, I'm not lying. Yeah, since October 2022, NVIDIA looks like this. This is what NVIDIA looks like. It has carried the market for the most part. It has carried. What does the other mega caps look like? Meta looks good. Looks good. Google, is Google even Google anymore? Not as good. Nowhere near the same type of growth. APPL, I think it is. I don't know. Apple AAPL. Yeah, not don't all these don't look the same. Apple did do good last year though. That's without question. But you can see NVIDIA really has been driving. Looks a lot different. Tesla hasn't done shit. What's the other ones? You got like Netflix. All right, Netflix looks decent. I mean, nowhere near, but I mean, Netflix put in like 100% move. Yeah. Anyways, we're here again, right? We got something to be excited for. That something. What is that something? This Netflix move over the last 6 months look clean as hell. Why? I don't understand. Why does this not show up in my scans? This look better than a lot of other stuff. What the fuck? Oh, that's pretty annoying. This is a clean ass flag too. Now I know some people grabbed this I grabbed this Netflix EP here. I didn't hold on to it though, but it's a slower stock. So I guess that's why it's not. No, this is like a 50% move. A lot of stocks have moved 50%. That's fair. That's a 50% move since November. That's pretty 60% move. That's actually good. Anyways, the point is, right? There was absolutely nothing to do in today's market. Absolutely nothing. The market was trash today. It was trash yesterday. It was trash multiple days in a row. Terrible. And if you're trading gappers, most of the gappers probably didn't work out in your favor. Right? But man, I'm telling you, man, like I mean, even now, even with Nvidia with the strong earnings in the post market, if we just go through all the stocks that what is this? Okay, this stock broke even. How? It says it's up. Am I missing a day on here or something? February 21. That's today. I don't get it. All right. Anyways, we will have to kick a lot of stocks out today, probably. So first thing I'm gonna do, same thing I do every day. This stock, man, I had this one yesterday. I had this one. And it pulled back and I sold because the market was weak. I also brought WMT yesterday. I don't know why I brought this, but either way it went, I sold both of these joints because the market was pulling back, and I said, "Oh hell no!" I said, "Yeah, it ain't going the way I wanted to," and it did not. I mean, you can see this ended up relatively weak yesterday, and today just made a killer move. So I could have got in today, but I don't really know how to trade continuation EPs or anything like that. I ain't got nothing for it, so I don't even mess around with it like that. Either way it goes, right? Either way it goes. Random biotech stocks are doing what they always do, which is the unthinkable. Some random biotech stock is always running. So we got rid of one so far. We got rid of two stocks out of the back watch list so far. Yeah, we can flag this, but this one has to go. App is still, yeah, you gotta go. Oh my gosh, what a recovery. I want you guys to know at the end of the market today, this was down here. NVIDIA revived this solely by itself. Okay, so it wasn't down there. I lied. It was down though. It was down almost 7% today. And after NVIDIA did good, it went up 7%. NVIDIA with the hard carry, man. You guys ever play like a video game? You just had like a really good friend, or maybe you are that really good friend. I'm usually that really good friend, and that really good friend is just carrying. That's what NVIDIA has been doing for a lot of these stocks. It's been like getting my backpack. Ooh man, the bounce off CSLK. The CSLK was doing good. No, it wasn't. It reversed today. It went up and then it reversed. Yeah, a lot of stocks was looking very beat down, bad. You know, sitting at their moving averages, not beat down, but they was bleeding out today. And I imagine that all these stocks that was bleeding out today are now going to be relatively strong tomorrow because, well, I guess it depends on how things go with NVIDIA, but there's pretty much the story is that there's a lot of stocks that are bouncing clean because of NVIDIA. Now, I would still remove CSLK. I mean, I forgot what our count was at. We'll just say 5, something like that. Yeah, it's like 5. No. Yeah, Hive, you gotta go. Wood, you can stay. Yeah, you can stay. I mean, whatever. I guess you can stay. Yeah, you gotta go. Yeah, Coin, you definitely have lost a lot of gains. ETH still looks strong. CCC, a clean bounce off the 10, but definitely not in breakout. KTOS, definitely out of there. BitSF, definitely out. Definitely. Okay. Okay. So we went from like 41 to 28. 41 to 28. So we removed 13. 13 is about like 20, so 40, 41, 42 to 13. Yeah, 41 minus 13. So we moved around like 27% of our backwatch list. And we're going to add a bunch. I can tell you we're going to add a bunch because NVIDIA, we would have removed a lot more. A lot of these were completely dead today, dead in the water. It'd have been like his third day, you know, being dead. Not all of them, but I mean, some stocks that was strong this stock was just strong today. I don't really care what these biotech stocks are doing. These oil and gas stocks were already strong. And I guess there was some type of BS going on with yeah, I don't know why this one gapped up. It's not related to NVIDIA. This one was strong today. Yeah, what was I saying? Yeah, there's some type of BS going on with natural gas for US. Something like that. Well, something like that. But I don't really know. I didn't really look into it. I don't feel like buying um I don't feel like buying energy stocks. I don't feel like getting into commodities and trying to trade those unless I just seen a bunch of them hot. I would never venture off and trade that sector because why? Like, I mean, as people go on to trade more, they'll learn what they like to trade and which sectors they don't like to trade. And I'll trade anything if it's hot, but You know, if I see one or two stocks that does look like they doing good, ARM made a full recovery, bro. Like that, I'm talking about NVIDIA really revived a lot of stocks today. Like, not this one. This one was already doing this. That's pretty cool though, man. So what I thought exactly would happen or could happen, uh, did happen. Well, I mean, we're not sure. This is just post market, but already a lot of the Internet of Things stocks that was the thing before that, Nvidia's, SMCI, ARM, PLTR, the cryptos, all these different things. Um, these things all kind of simultaneously, when Nvidia went up, started going up when it path, you know. So if I look at the hourly, look, this was dead in the water. Look, dead in the water, and then here you go, trailing down. Nvidia pops up, path pops up. Nvidia pops up, AI pops up. Nvidia pops up, PLTR pops up. I mean, you gotta, I don't know. I mean, this was predicted, but on the same hand, you could have played the 50-50 and assumed that Nvidia was going to do good. I think that probably was the safe bet. Nvidia has done amazing the last couple of earnings or whatever. But at the same time, if you were wrong and Nvidia gapped down and you sat inside those stocks, right, you'd have got destroyed. But me, I'm a risky guy. I didn't sit inside the stocks, but I did get into NVIDIA early. I got into NVIDIA late still, but I got into NVIDIA around the 700 area. So yeah, we take those. We take those for sure. But you know, I could have got in earlier, but it was doing this, and then it went all the way down here, and I'm like, this could be bad for us. So just so you guys can see more, not a lot of movement in the pre-market, and then we got this huge roller coaster bar here in real time, and then it just shot up. It started going. You should, if you were going to risk it, you should have aimed to get in on this bar. That was my personal take. This is the bar I aimed to get in on, right? Was this one. And you can see leading out of post market, it started to go up again, which is probably a very good sign. So tomorrow I expect it to go up even more. It could be the opposite effect, but I feel pretty good about me risking. So pretty much I got in here and I said, hey, if it breaks the low of this bar, I will get out. That was like a 7% risk. It is up 5.8% right now. So that's decent, you know, like I ain't, you know, but I mean, I'm really expecting to make a continuation move tomorrow. I just wanted to get in early. I didn't get in on like huge size, but I got in on decent size. It's probably bigger size than most people would have got in on. I think it was probably like 25% of my account. That's actually a lot. Yeah, I'm nuts. It's actually around like 22. I put like 22, 23% of my account in. That's actually pretty crazy. But that's the type of guy I am. So that makes sense for me. And I was pretty confident. I was very confident. I mean, tomorrow's going to be a weird day because all the setups are bounces. Like, you can see I was watching a bunch of different bounces over here already in my mean reversion bounce setup over here. So I was already looking at ARM. I wanted to buy these, but I couldn't justify doing it. I just couldn't. This could bounce off. I don't know why the 10's all the way down here. That looks pretty trash. Yeah, I probably won't focus on these tomorrow. But yeah, we had a lot of bounces. Not a lot, but we had a couple of bounces that I think look good. Like CSLK is another bounce that you can probably take. But even still, the problem is, even with these bounces, like CSLK, is very extended. So, but it is very strong. Like Mara not looking as good as CSLK. HUT looks decent. It never really made that, superior. Never mind. It went up 76%. So we got Hut. I mean, this looked like a good bounce you can play. I don't know, man. You had Riot, also a good bounce you can play. Um, that's pretty much what I had. That I was watching for bounces. It was mainly crypto and Internet of Things stocks, and I think crypto kind of falls in there. Or at least it was moving with it. But if we look at Path, no AI, no, not nothing here. PLTR, definitely not. That thing fell apart. Um, what was it? What was the other one? Cruise. No, this is just consolidating. This could break out, but it's relatively slow. I don't know. I mean, I don't know. Why would you want Cruise when you can get AMD or NVIDIA? I guess that would be my take. Um, AMD is, I don't know. Like I said, AMD made a strong move before, kind of consolidated after 100% move. Never really broke the range. I think the top of the range, to be clear, is at this 180 level now. So if it crosses this 180 levels at some point, I'll be more interested. But until then, it's kind of been jerking around. Pause. But it's just kind of been baiting people. Yeah, for the most part, I think it's just been baiting people to take setups and then just breaking down, which makes sense. I think the market was waiting for Nvidia's earnings, and then we also had like I don't know, the CPI numbers, which I don't think usually affects the market. But the day that the CPI numbers came out, the market just fucking dumped. It was really weird. I was kind of shocked by it personally. I don't know. What else we got here? See, even with the correction that we just had, everything's slow bleeding. So things still don't seem corrected enough, in my experience. Now, I mean, I think the market can go up from here for sure. Okay, Blink is another one. That's weird. But we'll see. I would not trade a bounce off a biotech stock. Yeah, I mean, this looks clean. I But this is a breakout in a random sector. I don't know why anyone would want this. I really don't understand. I mean, but I can see why, because this stock just keeps doing its thing. So why would you not want to be in a stock like this? But as far as trading goes, I'm not sure why you would want to be in this as far as trading goes. Lift with a clean bounce, bro. Okay, so it was under 16. Where was 16 at? Oh, okay. So lift faked. Lift was faking. That's not a bounce. I don't know what this bar is, but it just ran back up. So it was already at like 16. I don't. Mm, it went down, bounced right off the 10-day, but why? I guess would be my question. Uh, sure. I had this has nothing to do. Someone said China stocks might be in play. I'm really not gonna look, but oh, MSTR looks clean. Um, yeah, verify breakout, I guess. Yeah, so these China EDUs that was strong for like the last 2 weeks. You see, this is a 50% move, and the other one was this one right here. Also made a huge move. It's like a 70% move. They kind of doing something. I guess we can watch it. I don't really plan on trading it. I don't know if it's I don't think it's still in thing. I guess. That's why I don't really have any plans for it. Yeah. Was this is the gas, right? So natural gas did all this today because this is the short for natural gas. So you telling me I don't I don't know. I don't see any natural gas stocks popping up. I can't really comment on this. I don't know what's going on with that. Okay. All right. Well, I mean, that is. I mean, we wait. Did we do the backwatch list? We didn't add nothing to it. Yeah, that's not a breakout. Let's check this out again. It's not breaking out. I guess maybe RX. I mean, yeah, you can say this one is cool. Tail is already in here, right? I don't know. I think that's a setup. Yeah, most of this stuff is some of these things is like noteworthy, so I'm just flagging it. But app looks like it wants to reverse. That's cool. I don't know. Yeah, a lot of this stuff is look, this thing was at all-time highs and then it just kind of got his ass beat down up, down up. Uh NVIDIA kind of reverted this thing today. I might grab this tomorrow, honestly. This WEBL, I think this will probably be strong in upcoming weeks if the market actually takes off. I mean, if the market takes off again, this is definitely going to be strong. This the internet of things has been driving the market. So I gotta remember. I don't know where to put this at that I'm gonna remember it. Because I'm not gonna be looking at that. So let me flag this actually. Neither any of these other ones flagged. Okay, Wolf. This could be one. This is yeah, this made 100% move. Okay, yeah, that can be one. Interesting. I would definitely flag this because I think biotech's weird. It's not weirdly strong. Biotech's usually strong, but a lot of the biotechs lately have been having what I think is increased follow through from what I'm usually seeing. Like I'm not just kicking them out every day. The one sector that hasn't just been getting booted out every single day for the last 2 or 3 weeks, surprisingly, probably one of the least choppiest sectors has been biotech. Very odd. They're not just running up and dying. And it shows because look at this. If I go through the biotech stocks in my okay, let's do this sector industry. If I go through the biotech stocks, this chart is mainly up. And then when it broke out, it had follow through days. This chart mainly up. And then when it breaks out, it has follow through days. So you're getting these good follow through days on here. Look at this. They're not really pulling back. So I think, taking LabU, which is like a biotech leverage fund, is a good idea because as you see, this is not the typical biotech. I can't even really say this is not the typical. I just kind of be hating on biotech. But yeah, you can see there's a lot. There's 29 stocks here, and there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. There's 9 biotech. So out of the 29, 9 of them is biotech. That's 33%. And they all have not clean, but they all have pretty decent run ups. And there's probably more biotechs I can add in here. I just don't because, yeah, man, I'm not a huge fan of that, the biotech stuff. Why did A and F revert? It's never really. I guess it wasn't really down in the first place. I can't really say it reverted. QBTS, this probably is noteworthy. I mean, it's been running. It's not in my list, but it should be. Sound should be in here, and it is. Yeah, we got some more biotech stocks. We got a lot of. I mean, this is a clean. This is. I mean, if I had to take a guess, this chart looks like this because I don't know. I feel like it's illiquid. Yeah, kind of choppy. You get these little minute bars. So the volume, like it's not really putting in tons of volume all the time. And then if I look at the 1 minute, the 1 minute don't look that illiquid. So I don't know. Seems to have volume. It has decent volume in early day and the end of day. I don't know. Whatever. Doesn't matter. I mean, it has an average volume of dollar volume of 3 million at least because it's making my scan. So there's no questions of that. Let's keep going here. Another biotech. Is this one already in here? Yeah, it is. I don't even know if it should be though, but it can stay. There's a lot of biotech stocks. Elf. Okay, I'll flag that. And we'll keep going. Keep going. This one should be in there. It's not. This is another one that could be in there, but I'm not because it can't break past that. It clearly found resistance here that I couldn't break. So therefore, you cannot make the backwatch list if you cannot break your resistance. And honestly, I think Lyft could go in here. I think it could, and I think I am going to add it because this is a very strong bounce. I don't know. I mean, it bounced like this in that's not fair. I'm gonna kick it out again because it's not really breaking nothing. It just bounced back to where it was, I guess. What was that? Mac? Yeah, no, not for me. Hood is already in here, right? Yeah, so I don't think I'm making this up. A lot of stocks are just not making the backwatch list because they're just not making it. Yeah, this one looks clean. There's a lot of biotech clean looking stocks that I just personally wouldn't trade. I don't know what this is. I'm just going to ignore it. I don't know what the fuck is frog. No, not looking that great. PCT, I guess. It definitely broke his range. It's heading up. It's kind of extended from the 10-day. It's like 15% extended at that one. Definitely has some follow through. Why is this? Why is this flag? What are you flagged for? Get out of here. Yeah, you too. You also. Yeah. So it's just not a lot of stocks making the backwatch list because not a lot of stocks have followed through. Things were slow bleeding out. NVIDIA kind of revived some things. The things that NVIDIA is not really related to are still dying. But even the things that NVIDIA revived, it kind of just reverted it to its gains. But this list right here is pretty good. ARM showed a lot of strength, broke past his yesterday's high. SMCI did the same thing. CSLK, I'm just watching because I'm thirsty. I want in. I want in on crypto if it breaks out. I will not be taking this if it doesn't break out. I will not take any crypto sector if Bitcoin doesn't break out. I should have said. A lot of this stuff also has to do with if Nvidia is going to push up tomorrow. It could gap up tomorrow and just run down, and that can just ruin the market. I expect most of the stocks tomorrow is going to follow Nvidia. That would be my guess, as they're following it right now. So Nvidia is showing you that it is the real leader of the market right now. Because the market has been moving on the speculative money of what? The Internet of Things, right? That's what the market's been moving on. The futuristic Internet of Things, the computer processing power. We've been over this like 1,000 times. I'm not doing it again. Anyways, and then based off that, the rest of the market has been moving up with it. But that has been the strongest theme. And it's had multiple individual themes inside that Internet of Things, like computational computer power, AI, semis, crypto. I think that's mostly it. There's probably some other ones that I missed, but I think that's pretty much the main ones. All right, so we can look at we got NVIDIA for the post-market that made a post-market move. This internet content thing, I don't know what this is, but it just completely ran to the moon. It is it's acting like a small cap. So I'm going to put it with the small caps. We also have East here. Let's look up the news for some of this. I don't want to have to look up the news in the morning. I don't feel like being clueless. Yeah, Seeking Alpha. Yeah, I don't need an account, bro. You guys are just gonna let me in for free, like usual. Please don't fix that if they see this. I'm pretty sure they won't. But there's no news on East. It just did a massive run up. Okay. There's absolutely no news on East that I have. Cool. Um, I don't get it. Let's do BZFD. BuzzFeed has ran up on the AI news last year too. Here it is right here. They had said they had like AI to create content, and they did like a midday run up that was crazy. The run up came at like 12 o'clock, and it was absolutely nuts. If anyone remembers that happened last year. So I'm not surprised that BuzzFeed can do something like this. They've been quiet 4 hours ago. Entry in material definitive agreement on February 21. Who do you know? A Delaware corporation and a wholly owned subsidiary. But okay, shut up. Enter into an asset purchase agreement with. Oh, so I'm confused. So did they sell they? What did they sell their company? What's going on here? Why is BuzzFeed on? Why is BuzzFeed on Biocata? What? What are we doing there? Okay, so I guess this is. Oh, well, I moved the news. This is the news that I guess got it going. They reduced their workforce and they didn't sell their company. They sold something else. So this is not like an acquisition or merger. They sold like part of their company, it seems like. The company announced the closing of its sale of Complex to e-commerce company network for pretty much 100 million. So that seems like big news. I don't know. No mention of AI this time. Uh, let's see. Easton. We looked at East, right? It didn't have news. Pull up, bruh. No, East didn't have news. Root doesn't look that interesting. Neither does this. Fold. I don't know what Fold is, but did it make like no? That's fake news. Um, and then NVIDIA. This is what NVIDIA did. So this is the news on. Okay, well, how about you do that and then we react. NVIDIA's earnings call. Generative AI demand knows no bounds. Shares surge post market, and I got in post market. Data center review surges again in quarter four. NVIDIA gains. So just a bunch of news, bunch of good stuff. Um, what was the four stocks? Rio, Tinto, and more. I don't know. Not paying attention to that. Okay, cool. So that's pretty much all the post market moves. We will now look at our small caps to see if there's any small cap gappers in post market. We already looked at that one. That's an acquisition. We don't care. This one's been popping off. We will keep this on the list, I guess. Uh, what is this? This is beaten down. This made a post market move. Yeah, it kind of did. All right, what's going on with this? Look real quick. See if we got any news. This is biotech. Let's see. Nope, we don't have any news for it today. I will just skip past it. And if it pops up tomorrow, it pops up. So that is pretty much it. I do have some other things I want to look over because people was talking about it inside the Discord. I don't usually agree with people, but I will check it out. Let's look at this dude position. His position is AR. I'm pretty sure AR is gas. XPO, which is the trucking one. Uber, Next, GCT, TSM. Maybe he's doing this on long holds. I don't know. Should be interesting to look at someone else's positions. I'm not holding. Only thing I have is NVDA. I'm not risking a large position. Having 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Having 11 names right now. He probably brought that to. I don't know. I mean, there's no real. Yeah, but like I said, I stay away until oil and gas until it's very clear that oil and gas is strong. Now, oil and gas has been strong for this month. You can see this. So this is the energy sector. You can see it's up 6% this month. Only thing that's up more than that is healthcare. Like I said, I think biotech has been relatively strong. Yeah. So we look at energy. What sectors of energy has been doing its thing this week? None. But this week today, probably oil and gas EP. I think that will cover this natural gas stuff. And if we just go through this list, yeah, a lot of things are up today. This definitely was like a sector breakout today. We could have definitely got into this, but like I said, I don't really like playing my hand at it's definitely all these are not strong. Okay, so let's take that back. There's 93 of these that meet my criteria. That's a ton. Oh, let's put the filters in. There we go. I don't know what the filters is. The filters like an ADR scan, right? ADR in some type of, I'm assuming some type of volume. No? What? Okay. Yeah, so average V5 times average. Okay, yeah, that's right. Yep. Cool. So these are the one I have volume that made my list. AR looks pretty clean, not gonna lie. Good trade by that guy. Yeah, I mean, definitely seems that this sector has some heat. Not all of these are natural gas, so I imagine a lot of the weaker ones are the ones that's not natural gas. I don't have a natural gas list personally. Yeah, some of these are strong. Like, look at this. I mean, low ADR, but in comparison to his chart, it's definitely running up, right? And I mean, you can use that to kind of determine, what's doing what. If these are strong tomorrow, it might be something to look into, because then you can get into the second batch of these going. Which, if like I'm looking at this list, right? 44. There's 44 of them, and only 3 went red today. And 1, 2, a lot of these traded double their ADR. That's double his ADR. That's double. That's double his ADR. Meaning that from open to close, it went up more than double his ADR. That's double his ADR. That's double his ADR. That's triple. That's double. That's triple. That's also triple. No, this one's double. Double in some. Yeah, so I mean, a lot of these is doing good. Yeah, so a lot of these are doing actually pretty good, and that's from close to close. So that includes the gap up, right? So this dude had a couple of positions. Let's see the other ones. Let me get all this layout. I just wanted to look at energy real quick. Energy looks strong. Oh yeah, okay. So he brought this one today too. If the market doesn't do good tomorrow, this guy's probably gonna be a rude awakening. It seems like he's buying a lot of stocks still, even though the market's not in favor. Doesn't seem like he really cares. But hey, if things worked out today, great. All these trades look actually really good. I just wouldn't be trading at this time. So I don't. He probably brought this one today. Okay, this one looks strong. The building material sector has been strong. I mean, I've been mentioning it, but yeah, XPO's been strong. We already talked about this one. Uber, cool, not that bad. Next, I don't know how long you had this one, but sure. None of these look extremely bad to me. It's just holding a lot of stocks during what I would say is not like the best time. Maybe if you took TSM today, that looks pretty clean. If you took it on this bounce, but I think the bounce was in the aftermarket. It indeed was, right? A lot of these are lower ADR. I imagine he doesn't have like a huge position in most of these. What it says, curious how you could possibly still be in GCT. He said he brought at 22.39. What is that? I don't I don't understand where you're the okay. Me personally, I really don't. If you didn't buy down here, I don't understand why you'd be looking to get into the stock. I mean, amazing move, right? 230% move, but from this point on, I guess this maybe was an entry suspect, but I can't really. I'm I don't know. People, I mean, but it's been free money, man. Sometimes when it's free money, you just got to get into stuff. Right now it's pulling back though, but Internet of Things, like I said before, is kind of doing good. Um, yeah, I don't know. Anyways, and then the other stuff was URI. Okay, there's someone was saying these are the setups for tomorrow they were looking at. These have almost nothing to do with NVIDIA. These are things that just held up. So they would be right regardless of looking at these. Because you could literally trade all of these. I mean, I'm personally not, but this looks good. This looks good. Yeah, this is the biotech one. We're already looking at that. But I don't really trade biotech. This doesn't look that good, but it is semis. So NVIDIA goes tomorrow, same thing. This looks like trash. Uh, this is just bouncing because once again, Internet of Things. So nothing wrong with that. You want to enter this on a bounce, go ahead. It looks pretty strong. Looks very strong as overall, like as it's just like a run up. This is 250% run up. Pretty decent. It's a lower ADR stock, which means you can probably get a decent risk reward. I'm not sure what they're looking at on this. I disagree. Uh, I I mean, I'm always gonna be biased against healthcare. Trying to take random breakouts and biotech stocks, just not. It's not for me. Uh, yeah, this looks good. I'm going to actually flag this one. That one actually looks pretty good. I feel it's not exactly in theme, but mm, kind of hard to say. I mean, this is just a no for me. It's a no for me, dog. Good bounce though. Good bounce. And I mean, it bounced during the regular market and then it continued during the aftermarket on the post market. But if you're not in already, I don't know why you would try to get in now. I don't really get it, but cool. Cruise, Cyrus, that's what it's called. CR Cruise. Let's see. What do I think? Um, I don't know. This could make a significant move. I mean, it's also getting pretty tight. Like, I don't usually draw trend lines, but I mean, it also looks decent enough. To honestly, draw this like this. It's kind of conversion trend lines, though. I don't know. You can draw a trend lines however the fuck you want to draw it for real. But I don't. This ain't. See, here's the problem. This I would probably consider a laggard. It had the EP, right? It didn't really move, but look at all the other semi stocks that had EP. They went crazy, and this one just did not do it. So my perspective on this is, why would you want to trade this one when there's 5 other semis setting up for bounces right now, clean off the 10-day, reacting to NVIDIA and following it, being strong? Why would you want this one? And I can't answer that question, so therefore I have no reason to look at it. I mean, my personal opinion. Like, seriously, I have literally no reason to look at that. Once again, another building material one that looks strong. I don't know what he's watching this for. It has not started consolidating. It hasn't really bounced off the 10. It needs like 3 or 4 more days. I guess you can have it on a list, but I don't think it I think that's probably removable on the list, me personally. This is a semi that bounced pretty strong today. Uh, I mean, it made a full bounce in the post market, so the risk reward to me is kind of trash at this point. But if you got in during post market, great. I think the stock is, I mean, it's decent. It's a very breakout gappy kind of stock. I think this is also, it has something going on with like China, some stuff like that. I think this is like heavily traded in China or something, or heavily like produced in China. I remember the earnings that just came out recently. That's pretty much what I'm saying. App, it's a no for me. I don't know what you're looking at here. I mean, like, seriously, what are you looking at? Like, you're just gonna take it because it's. I don't know. Like, why? I don't know why anyone. Yeah, this one's also a no. But cool. This one looks terrible. Excuse me. Yeah, well, that's gonna wrap up the stream for today. I have nothing. These are the plays that I'll be looking at. Ones that are closer to the moving averages, that pull it back and is moving in unison with what I'm saying is the leader of the market right now, NVIDIA. I do not want anything that's super extended. Um, I want to get tight risks on the setups that I do take. Tight stops. Put the stop at the 10-day while it's bouncing. That's the easiest way to play bounce setups that I know personally. Now, people might know their own way, but let's just say I take Riot tomorrow at open. I can place my stop either here at the 10-day, which is 2%, or I can place it at the lower day, which is 3%, because it's not super far extended. But if I try something like AMAT, right, and I said, hey, I want to put it at the 10-day, that's a 5% stop. Let's say it gaps up tomorrow. Then if it gaps up above the high, that is a 6% stop. So I can literally get like double here, even if it does gap up. And there's like a 4, a 3, 4, somewhere like that. And I mean, those are the type of setups that I like to see, like blink here. You can get tight risk. I like to see setups that have tight risk, because the tighter the risk, the more reward. I know all the stocks that I'm trading can explode. They all can go. I don't know how far they're going to go. I have no control over that. What I can control is my risk. So that's what I will focus on. That makes sense to me. Control what you can, and hope for the best. You can't control how far the stock goes. It's not it. But you can control when you enter and what your risk is. And I want to have a reasonable risk. That's why I decided to get an NVIDIA early, because I didn't want to get an NVIDIA. I mean, I'm going to probably also buy into NVIDIA tomorrow if it's still moving, because I'm going to trade it like an EP, right? But If it's not moving, I already got in. So it's not like I'm at a super ton of risk. I can just, literally place my stop at break even point now, because I'm already up like 6, 7. No, I'm not up like 6, 7%. I'm up like 4. All right, yeah, I'm up like 4%. So it's just a better way. Like I try to, I try, if I know I'm going to do something risky, I try to do it early before it starts moving, because if I'm going to do something risky, why wait? Not like why wait to confirm it, but I'm already doing something that's risky. So I might as well put myself in the best position to win if I'm going to take that uncharacteristic risk, like buying something in post market. If I'm going to buy something in post market, I'm not waiting. I've seen enough, the 5 minutes taking off. I don't want this super extra wide candle. I don't want to buy up here. I want to get in at the first sign that I think. I want to get in with confidence. I want to move fast. I don't want to question it. I'm already going to do something risky that's out of my control, right? I can't play stops. This thing can shoot down. This thing can gap down tomorrow. I can't hold anything. But if it gaps down tomorrow and I'm up here, I'm dead. If it gaps down tomorrow and I'm here, I'm still dead, but I'm less dead. You know what I'm saying? So, and if it shoots up, now I'm really up, I'm alive. Like, I'm floating in heaven now. But if it's up here, I'm still on earth pretty much. So, I mean, take the risk appropriately. Like, if you're going to risk it, then risk it the smart way. Don't, if someone entered here after waiting for confirmation that this was going to consolidate and stay strong, what that to me is, it might be some validation behind that, but that's just not where my brain's at. If I'm taking a risk, man, give me the risk where it make, where my reward is going to really make that risk worth it. Because when you risk a overnight in a stock, that you brought up in post market that can gap down tomorrow. Like, there's tons of stocks that go up in post market and gap down the next day. If we go to the hourly, I mean, I'm pretty sure some in this small cap land. Okay. Yep. Here's one. This thing, VTYX, ran up a lot the next day. Well, actually not the next day. No, this is the next day. Yeah. Something like this. This ran down during the actual post market though. But sometimes you all the way up here and then you open up all the way down there. And that's what I'm saying. Like, that's the thing, that those are things that if I'm going to take that risk of leaving myself exposed to some type of gap down overnight, I might as well get in as early as possible, And that way, if the trade goes against me early, I can get out. Once again, I can control my risk then. If I get out and 5 minutes later, the stock is tanking, I can be like, okay, well, I got to go. Well, this ICU looks, why is it flagging right here? Whatever. Anyways, I talked enough today. That is going to end my stream. I have not looked at the chat at all. It seems that no one has said anything anyways. But peace. I really got to add this end stream button again.